On Sunday, December 30th, Oneida's new mayor, Republican Peter Hedglon, was sworn in by City Clerk Jane Mariani.
Originally was not planning on making any comments. I figured this was going to run long enough. However, we started on time. It's gone very efficiently. I hope all the council meetings for the next 2 years start on time and run as efficiently as this has gone. I feared that if the invitation and announcement made reference to any speeches, no one would show. But seeing as you're here, and seeing as several people in the last few days have asked me if I had my speech ready, I concluded that there was an expectation that I would say something. And you never can resist an opportunity like this. First, I would like to thank a few people. Janice Hedglon and Rick Talbot did much of the work to set up this event. I deeply appreciate the Cal Civic Center making this venue available. We're very fortunate to have a building like this in our city. I appreciate and thank Napoleon's and Murphy's who have provided the refreshments over to my right. Don't forget where the refreshments are after, because we hope that you'll stay and partake. Oneida Floral Gifts provided the arrangement, and expenses have been covered by some friends and family members and supporters. I'd like to thank Jeff Welcher and the Oneida High School High Five. I'd like to thank my scouting colleague, Matt Jacobs, and the Boy Scouts from Troop 2 for the flag ceremony. When people started to talk to me about having some type of a swearing-in party or whatever, it was along the lines of welcoming and celebrating that I was taking office, which is fine. I like to have my ego satisfied. But after I thought about it a little bit, I thought I would like to have it be something more than that. And I really thought that I would like to have it be a celebration of our electoral process. One that recognizes those who are leaving office as well as recognizing those who are coming into office. All across America, new terms of office will begin on Tuesday, January 1st. And in contrast with most of human experience, this is being done smoothly and peacefully. The recent tragic events in Pakistan underline that our democratic system, with all its flaws, is still a heck of a lot better than what most people in the world live under today. And we shouldn't forget that, and we should never take that for granted. The month of January is named after the minor household god of the ancient Romans, Janus, J-A-N-U-S. And he was the minor god of beginnings and endings. And I think as a result of that, January, or the few days before the beginning of January, are often a time for reflection as well as looking ahead to the future. And I'd like to do that for a couple minutes. I grew up in Oneida in the 1950s and 1960s. Although I did not realize it when I was a kid, I was surrounded by the people that Tom Brokaw called the greatest generation. The men and the women who came of age during the Depression and World War II. Many of the men served in the military. Many of the women broke the stereotypes that applied to women when they went to work in the factories, or they joined the Waves or the WACs, or they went off as volunteers with the Red Cross to do all sorts of things in support of our troops. They all, regardless of where they served or what they did, saw their world turned upside down and faced the reality that in the early part of World War II, it was very uncertain what was going to happen. The United States could have lost that war, and think how different things would have been. The greatest generation persevered. They defied adversity. But what I have come to appreciate most about the greatest generation is that no matter how difficult the time they had, they never lost hope and the commitment that the future would be better. Much of what is good about Oneida occurred under the leadership of the greatest generation, and we are fortunate their example has continued to lead the way into this 21st century. Looking to the future, what does the future hold for Oneida? If I knew that, I could probably pick lotto tickets. But I don't know what the future is, other than that there will be challenges. There's going to be difficult things that have to be dealt with for our city. But we have tremendous resources to use. We have excellent schools. We have an educated and experienced workforce that has a good work commitment. Not a good work ethic, it's a great work ethic compared to most of the rest of the country and the world. We have wonderful healthcare facilities and healthcare providers. We have a wide range of affordable housing. We have water. I was surprised today to see my older brother, who lives in Oklahoma, visiting his daughter in Ohio, came in today. And my younger brother, Michael, who lives in Florida, he's here today as well. They both love the places where they live, but we've got water, and we've got lots of water. And they're welcome to come back, maybe. We have so many resources that I think sometimes we take for granted the resources that we have, and we don't use them and take advantage of them to work for our future. On January 1, 2008, a new Common Council will take office, as has happened many times since the city of Oneida was chartered in 1901. As has been true in the past, we will be challenged to build upon the solid foundation that has been provided by our predecessors. I look forward to working with Dan, Mike, Max, Marcia, Don, Rob, Scott, John, Jim, and Louis, as well as Nancy and Jane and the rest of the city employees, to make sure that the hope and the commitment of the greatest generation, that things will be better for the future, will in fact come to pass in the city of Oneida. Thank you all.